Now, Wine Wednesday, sponsored by The Lodge at Columbia Point.
It is Wine Wednesday, and it's part two of our conversation with Sleight of Hand Cellars, where not only are their wines great, but they strive to help out their partners and the community. We return this week to Sleight of Hand Cellars, a place to relax and enjoy some wine with your favorite band on vinyl. Another thing Sleight of Hand Cellars has in common with some rock stars is giving back. There is a symbiotic relationship with wineries and restaurants.
It's a huge part of our we have a direct-to-consumer business out of our tasting room and our wine club, and we do some retail. But the restaurants are where a lot of customers will discover us for the first time.
That's Trey Bush, co-owner and winemaker for Sleight of Hand Cellars, and last year, during the height of the pandemic, they decided to help.
We work with a specific vineyard in the Yakima Valley called Lewis. I've worked with that vineyard for 21 years now, and we have 4 acres of Lewis. And of the 4 acres, most of that goes into levitation, but we only make so many cases of that reserve Syrah, and so we end up having some Syrah left over, and we normally put that into our red table wine program. We pulled that Syrah aside, and I think it was about 300 cases, and we bottled it under what's called a restaurant relief wine. And the original idea was to actually give it to the restaurants.
But it's not legal.
But it's not legal, and we found that out after about 2 days, and sold it for $40 a case. And that way they could, if they were doing glass pours outside, they'd be making their money back on, 1 bottle of wine. And the rest of it, they could then take that money and throw it back into the restaurant, throw it back to their employees, whatever they needed it for.
So not only is Sleight of Hand Cellars a fun place to visit, they're also active in helping out the community. Lastly, I asked Trey to sum up what is the Sleight of Hand Cellars experience.
We make serious wine with a serious attitude, and we certainly hope they enjoy the wines that they experience. And we want them to go home and talk about what a fun tasting room that we have. Just spread the Sleight of Hand love.